This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I am Lucy Adeyemi. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, says Nigeria has so far vaccinated more than 1 million persons against coronavirus, out of a target of 17% of the nation's population of 200 million. Statistics show Lagos State is leading in the number of persons vaccinated, followed by Kano and Kaduna State. Nigeria began vaccination in early March, prioritizing healthcare workers who are mostly at risk of infections, following the delivery of nearly 4 million doses of the Oxford-AstraZeneca vaccine through a UN-backed COVAX facility. 300,000 more doses were received from telecoms operator MTN and 100,000 from the Indian government. The federal government has directed states to halt vaccination once they have used half of the doses allocated to them because of limited vaccine availability. The agency says the country is not sure when the next batch of AstraZeneca vaccines would arrive in the country. The news agency of Nigeria reports that for the country to achieve herd immunity against COVID-19, it had set an ambitious goal of vaccinating 40% of its more than 200 million population before the end of this year and 70% by the end of next year. Nigeria is currently leading 13 other African countries in the number of COVAX vaccine deployment, with nearly 4 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccines. Kenyan teachers have been ordered to get vaccinated against COVID-19. President Uhuru Kenyatta says all teachers must receive the vaccine irrespective of their age. The country has been inoculating school managers and those 50 years and older, elderly citizens and frontline workers. More than 500,000 persons have had the AstraZeneca jab so far in Kenya, out of the more than 1 million doses delivered to the country. The Kenyan president has directed that all teachers and non-teaching staff in schools must have the jab before schools reopen in mid-May. The head of Kenya's Teachers Service Commission, Nancy Macharia, has released a report that says 15 primary teachers, 3 deputy head teachers, and 8 head teachers have died of COVID-19 during the pandemic. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Mali interim government has set general election date for a return to democracy. The country's interim government, comprising of military junta that took power in a coup, announced on Thursday Mali will hold presidential and parliamentary elections in February next year. Minister of Territorial Administration told journalists in Bamako the first round of voting will take place in late February, with a second round of voting in March. The government says the announcement of dates is a sign of its commitment to strictly uphold a pledge of an 18-month transition for returning to an elected civilian government. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.